Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ellarku namaskara. When you think about virus, one thing that comes to my mind or to any of our minds is coronavirus or COVID pandemic. Because we have never been in that place or never been in such situation ever before. That was a life-threatening virus that took lives of many people, where there were no beds available in the hospital, and people or the dead bodies were just burnt or were just thrown just like that. So such cases had happened a couple of years ago, and we recently started getting back to our world or getting back to the work, or started to come back and get back to the actual reality of the world or our works, or start doing what we were doing before. So after a long time again, not a long time, after a short period of time again, there's an outbreak of virus. I think before COVID happened, most of us were not so worried about any kind of diseases that were spreading around or any virus. But now any virus that comes, people are like freaking out about it. What next? What might happen? So that's the case as of now. There's one virus that's spreading across the country that is named as H3N2. So something similar to this name is H1N1. So I think you might be thinking that this is another variant of this, but the worst thing is this is even more dangerous than the swine flu, because the vaccination that we were using for H1N1 is not that effective to H3N2, because the strains or the virus, it gets mutating itself, or the strains develop one by one, and this is that strain where the vaccine is not that effective, I can tell, when comparatively to the H1N1 virus. So what is this H3N2 virus? It is a subtype of Influenza A. See, influenza is a common thing where we all know it is a virus which causes cold or flu. So influenza has 4 types, that is A, B, C and D, out of which A, B, C can be infected to mammals or humans, birds and animals, but C doesn't have that much of effect over humans, whereas A and B does. But when we think about influenza, it is something common. Influenza virus causes cold, flu. So we think that, okay, by taking antibiotics or any other medicines, we can self-medicate ourselves and we can just get rid of it. But that's not the case when it comes to H3N2. So how is this H3N2 caused? What made this virus to get into the country? Where it all started was in 1968. First case of this H3N2 was reported in US. How is this caused? So it causes due to swines or pigs, as H1N1, as we already spoke about. H3N2, it's again related to swines, where the infected swines or pigs, they sneeze or they cough. When the droplets just infect the environment around, and a person or a human gets in touch or gets in contact with this animal, what happens is it mutates itself, or whenever the person touches the infected object, the person is obviously infected by this virus. That's how it's going into the outbreak across the country. As of now, it's been seen in West Bengal and Maharashtra, but there are no much cases that are as of now in Karnataka or Tamil Nadu. But there is again an outbreak, or just a slight change that has happened in Telangana again, but the government has told there's nothing to be worried about it, because they have been taking few precautionary measures so that they could get rid of this. Because it's a flu, we usually think that, okay, it's just a common cold, we take antibiotics and it would be gone. But that's not the case in H3N2, as the symptoms go up to 7 days, and in case the symptoms are not reducing, it might lead to pneumonia, which can be threatening again, and you would have to be hospitalized in future if it is not reducing through the medicines given by the doctor. When it comes to symptoms, so people infected by this H3N2 virus have common cold or flu and cough, running nose, nausea, diarrhea. These are most common symptoms found, but just by identifying these symptoms, we can't judge that we are infected by the virus, but we would have to do the lab test. In case the doctor suggests you to go through the test, you might have to get the test done to ensure that if you are infected by the virus or not. I know these are most common symptoms found when you get fever or when you are infected by cold or anything as such. But when it comes to H3N2 virus, the symptoms go up to 7 to 8 days, and once it stops after a while, it keeps recurring after a few days, although you're on a medication, in case it's not suppressing the virus within your body. That's when you can identify, but still recommending a lab test by doctor would be great to come to a conclusion if you are infected by the virus or not. So when it comes to the severity or the mortality or the fatality rate, in 1968, all across the world, there were 1 million deaths caused due to this H3N2 virus, and only when it comes to US, where it was first found, there were 1 lakh deaths. So you might be thinking like it's so severe, but as of now, we know that there's technology that evolved, or we have new vaccinations which can be more effective. I know that's all true, but to be on a safer side, it is good to be vaccinated again to use masks while traveling or to sanitize yourself. And whom does this virus affect the most? It's obviously the elderly people and the children, but we see that children also are like getting back or getting up due to their immunity levels, but it has been affected more to the elderly people or people who are aged above 60, as these people usually are diabetic or they have been on dialysis, or people who have already have different kinds of diseases who have been infected because of these sort of things are at higher risk. But you can't think that it doesn't affect you because you are a healthy person or an adult. When thinking about such kind of aged people or youth or youngsters, it has an equal effect. You can't take it for granted, because once the symptoms start growing or evolving, it goes for more than 8 days, this can be life-threatening again, as it won't drop after 8 days or 10 days, and it gets continuing again and again. This is not something that just stays back in your body and it affects your environment, people around you. That's how it's passing across the country as of now, although it's just seen in Maharashtra or West Bengal as of now. When it's all started in US and it spread across the world, it's not so difficult for this thing to spread from West Bengal to Andhra Pradesh, or West Bengal to Kerala, or West Bengal to any other states. So it's better to be on safer side and to take precautionative measures, and especially for people who are undergoing the chemotherapy process or who are under dialysis or who are diabetic, it is good that you take self-medications. But still, if the symptoms exist for more days, it is better to visit your doctor and to sanitize your hands and to wear masks whenever you just leave your home. So that's about the H3N2 virus. and there's nothing to be worried about it as of now in Karnataka, as the government also told that they would be providing with new guidelines for this, but there is not much to be worried as of now. They've also told it's good to wear masks and to sanitize your hands whenever you visit hospitals or when you travel outside. So take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Let's meet in the next video.